Welcome back to another episode of Bi-Monthly Bull, the news show that doesn't have a slogan yet, but is open to suggestions. Maybe leave a comment? Breaking news from the last millisecond, today marks the first time since literally 2014 that Bi-Monthly Bull has actually come out every 2 weeks like it was supposed to. The last time Bi-Monthly Bull came out on time was in an alternate universe a few years ago where I had a shit haircut. What a fucking dystopia. Let's break down the news. In our first story, YouTube is facing a massive backlash after an in-depth investigation by reputable journalist, this guy.
Hi. Are you interested in shooting an adult video?
Discovered that pedophiles exist. But not only do they exist, they're also attracted to children. But instead of reporting his discovery to the police, like he should, or even to YouTube so they can ban them from the website and then report them to the police, Matt instead decided to report these pedophiles to brands that advertise on YouTube. Now, at first glance, yes, it may seem silly to uncover a secret underground network of pedophiles and then report them to the marketing team at Toyota instead of, I don't know, anyone else. But Toyota have really stepped up to the plate here. They've seen a gap in the market and they've just released a new car, not only that is 50% electric, but also catches child predators. Introducing the new Toyota Predator. 50% electric, front-wheel drive, a 5-star safety rating, and capable of detecting child molesters within a 50-mile radius. Okay, so Toyota has graciously given us a review edition of their new pedophile detecting car. It's pretty good. It's 50% electric, which is good. All of the features are great. To be honest, pedophile detector's a little bit annoying. Sometimes it just goes off in traffic and, you know, I'm surrounded by cars, I don't know which one's the pedo. So that's kind of annoying. Also, it goes off every time I drive past a church, which, I mean, you know, would be good for catching pedophiles, but when I'm just trying to get to work, kind of annoying. Also, they've put a Ford logo on the steering wheel, which could be Toyota's fault for accidentally putting a Ford logo on there, or could be my fault for writing a joke about Toyotas, but then realizing I only have a Ford to use for a prop. So all in all, I give this car an 8 out of 10, and yes, it is a buy from me, mainly because of the voice-activated sound system. I can tell the dashboard to do something, and it'll just play music. Hey, Toyota Ford, play Michael Jackson. Yeah, see, the pedophile detector is very annoying. Oh, that's right, speaking of the Catholic Church, I've got a news story about them somewhere. That's right, Cardinal George Pell, Treasurer of the Vatican, one of the most powerful people within the Catholic Church, was recently convicted of sexually abusing multiple children. I assume he did this out of boredom because what the fuck does the Treasurer of the Vatican do? I mean, he's like their accountant, but they don't pay tax, they don't buy or sell anything. He'd probably just be sitting there all day, exclusively doing addition on a calculator. He'd be like 74, 75, $76 million. Fuck, that was hard. I had to count to 76. Yes, $76 million is how much profit the Catholic Church made in 2014. And don't worry if you think that number's too high, so does George Pell. In fact, he hates anything over 12. George Pell was convicted after a lengthy trial, which would have been big news. However, it was placed under a suppression order, making it illegal to report on the trial in any way, shape, or form. Most media outlets were outraged about this, calling it an affront to free speech. However, A Current Affair was stoked because it gave them an extra month to report on dishwashing liquid and dodgy tradies instead of something that actually matters. However, despite the suppression order, the trial of George Pell was Australia's worst kept secret. Everyone knew it was happening. And evidently, Australia's second worst kept secret was George Pell fucking little boys. And now on to some news that really matters. The newest members of the royal family, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, have reportedly told friends and family they're going to be raising their child gender fluid by avoiding gender stereotypes. How the fuck are they going to avoid gender roles when they come from a family where literally every single member is assigned a fancy title based on what's in between their legs? They're going to have to move to Antarctica. Actually, you know what? That'd be sick. Could you imagine the gender fluid ruler of Antarctica just invading New Zealand because someone misgendered them, calling them the king instead of the zing? Congratulations to the happy couple. Back to Australia now, where controversial political figure Milo Yiannopoulos has announced he will be touring Australia with a brand new show. Sorry, I'm just getting a report here. Oh, his tour has been cancelled and so has his visa. He will be denied access to Australia. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a conflicting report saying that the cancellation of Milo has been cancelled and he will be allowed into the country and his tour will go ahead. Regardless, the various reports of Milo being banned has caused your mum, who has never heard of Milo Yiannopoulos, to start stockpiling tins of Milo for the upcoming malt drought she thinks is about to sweep the nation. We're getting unconfirmed reports of mum fights in aisle 7 at every Coles and Woolies in the country. And I have a quote here from Sharon, who's 43, a mother from Bentley, saying that if anyone tries to break into her pantry, they'll get absolutely fucked up by her husband, Darren. And recently, the world celebrated International Women's Day with the age-old tradition of men going on Twitter and asking, "When's International Men's Day?" And then women responding to that with, "Every day is International Men's Day." It's a boring and repetitive tradition, but it's the only one we have. And straight white female Netflix actor Alyssa Milano kicked off the International Women's Day celebrations by shouting out her transgender sisters, which in response a bunch of actual transgender sisters asked Melissa Milano if she herself was a transgender woman, and she responded by saying that yes, she is trans, she's also black, she's also gay, she's also disabled. And everyone from all of those communities said, no, Alyssa, no, you're not any of those things, you're just a fucking idiot. And now in news about dumb people getting hurt doing dumb shit, a woman jumped a fence at a zoo to try and get a close-up photo of a jaguar who proceeded to try and eat her fucking face off. Fortunately, she did survive the attack. Unfortunately, the video footage did not, so we won't be able to see first-person footage of this woman getting fucking owned. Seemingly inspired by the Jaguar attack, Conor McGregor is facing charges of assault after smashing a fan's phone who got too close to him while trying to get a photo. However, Conor seemingly didn't notice that humans can be sent to jail, whereas jaguars in the zoo, well, they're already there. And finally, in technology news, which is the only news that can guarantee you suck in bed if you pay attention to it, Samsung have just recently unveiled their new foldable phone. The phone, when folded, is just a weirdly long, massive rectangle that for some reason only uses as much screen space as a 2005 iPod Touch. And when the phone is unfolded, it's just a massive, unwieldy shit tablet. But to make things even worse, the phone is also an Android. The Galaxy Fold, which now that I've said it kind of sounds like a very complex sex position, is valued at more than $3,000. So not only will everyone on the train be able to read your texts and see whose tits you're looking at on Instagram, they'll also know that you're a fuckhead who doesn't know how to spend his money. But while the folding phone may be ridiculed for now, everyone knows all Apple has to do is make their own version, charge $5,000, get a bunch of balding fuckheads to line up for it, and hey presto, everyone who doesn't have a folding phone will be snapping theirs in half just to fit in. Alright, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Bi-Monthly Bull comes out every 2 weeks, so make sure you subscribe to catch the next episode, and I'm also doing a bunch of other videos on this channel pretty much every couple of days. So stick around, and if you want to help the series get better, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. It costs a lot of money for this set, costs a lot of money for the editors, and we want to start doing in-person stunts, vox pops, and for that we need props and all that kind of stuff. So Patreon is the way to do it. All of the information is below. Follow me on Instagram Instagram as well if you want to see behind the scenes of what this looks like without the green screen. It's basically Joseph Fritzl's basement with lights in it, so a little bit of an upgrade there for you, all the people stuck in his basement. All right, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'm Lewis Spears. See you very soon.